Okay, so in this video, we're going to take a look at the new Shield TV. And as you can see, it's sort of a tube shape. I don't know, maybe they just wanted it to be a little more unique than some of the competition. So yeah, I would say it's definitely not going to look like a Roku. Now this one's currently $149.99 on Amazon, but there's also a Pro version for $50 more. But I thought I would get the base version just to see how it performs, especially compared to some of the other products that I already own. It also has a thing called AI upscaling, which supposedly enhances what the picture is going to look like if you have a lower resolution video, so I'm definitely going to have to check that out. It also has a new remote with backlit buttons, motion activated voice search, an IR blaster to control your TV, and it's even got a built-in lost remote locator. Similar to other Android TV products, you've got a Google Assistant built in, Chromecast 4K is also built in, and something unique to this Android TV that others aren't going to have is you can play AAA games such as Fortnite through GeForce Now. You can see this does have Dolby Vision and Atmos, also 4K HDR, AI upscaling. You can also play games through Google Play or GeForce Now. And this also has the Google Assistant, and it also works with Alexa. And this is 25% faster than the previous generation using the new Tegra X1 Plus processor. You've got a 256 core Nvidia GPU, Dolby Atmos, Dolby Digital Plus, 2 GB of RAM, 8 GB of storage. If you get the Pro version, you can get 3 gigs of RAM and 16 GB of storage. This also takes a micro SD card, dual band Wi-Fi, gigabit Ethernet, and Bluetooth 5.0 plus LE. So let's go ahead and open it up and see what we've got. Okay, so yeah, this definitely looks pretty interesting. Okay, so it comes with a flat, kind of fancy looking power adapter. I can't say I've seen one quite like this one before. And of course it comes with a quick start guide and a support guide with safety information. I've got to say they got really interesting package design here. So as you can see, the remote is very unique as well. You're not going to confuse with any other remote in your house. And yeah, it actually does feel pretty good in the hand. I feel like it's going to be pretty easy to use this. And you can see it's got pretty simple controls here on the remote. You've got a dedicated Netflix button, volume buttons, play, pause, fast forward, your Google Assistant button, and then at the top you've got your power, your menu button, and of course your circle here is for the navigation. And yeah, it does have a little bit of weight to it. Now, how do you get the batteries? And you can see batteries are included with the remote, so that's definitely a plus. So you can see the actual device itself is no larger than a cell phone as far as length, and it's about 1.5 inches thick. Here on the end is where you plug in the power and Ethernet, and on the other end you've got a reset button, HDMI port, and your micro SD card slot. So yeah, this cylinder is just a matte black plastic. This almost looks like a cap that would just twist off or something, but no, it's just for looks. This sort of reminds me of a battery bank I had at one time, or something else. I can't quite put my finger on it. So now that we've covered most of the basics, let's go ahead and hook this up and take a look at what the software looks like. Okay, so to get started, all you gotta do is press a button on the remote control. As you can see, there's a lot of different language choices here. And the nice thing is you can use your Android phone in order to set this up a little bit quicker. Okay, Google, set up my device. Okay, so this is probably one of the easiest Android TVs that I set up. You can add your favorite apps at the beginning, such as YouTube TV, PlayStation View, Hulu, and so on, but obviously you can add a lot of these after the initial setup as well. After the initial setup, there was an update, so I went ahead and did that. Okay, so the home screen looks pretty typical to other Android TV devices. You've got your first row of apps, and then it'll show what is currently on apps such as Netflix, what's trending on YouTube, featured Google Play movies, and then you get the app spotlight from Google Play, and then you've got recommended. Then at the bottom you can customize channels to your liking, and it gives you the option to turn off Netflix, or if you don't want the Google Play movies and TV on there, you can toggle that off. Up at the top you can click to speak for the Google Assistant. You can click to type, where it'll bring up the on-screen keyboard. Then up in the right hand corner you can go into settings in order to do a sleep timer. You can actually change the settings for the video upscaling, where you can go to AI enhanced, enhanced, or basic. And you can also change the detail from high, medium to low, and you can also enable the demo mode. And then you've got some general settings for your Wi-Fi, device preferences, here you can actually add a controller if you like. Let's try to connect my Xbox controller just to see if it works. Okay, yeah, it just pops right up there. Okay, so yeah, that seems to work pretty good. And the nice thing is now I can use my controller to navigate through the menus. And here's just a list of all the installed apps currently. You've also got app permissions. Then you've also got special app access. You can also move each row up or down here just by clicking over to the left, or if you don't want Netflix on here for some reason, you could just delete this altogether. Now, one thing you're not going to get with a lot of other streaming devices is the Nvidia games using the GeForce Now. And you can see here on the left is my library. You've got new releases, most popular, free with Shield, free to play, fun for kids, play with a remote. And then below that, you've got different categories depending on what type of game you're looking for. Unfortunately, if you don't have access to GeForce Now, you're not going to be able to play these. And you've also got games through the Google Play Store. However, they're not going to be as good as the ones through GeForce Now. For instance, you can only get Asphalt 8, but not Asphalt 9. I have no idea why. Okay, so hopefully this gives you a little better look at the brand new Nvidia Shield TV. I'll definitely be testing this out more in the coming weeks to see what other information I could give you in case you're thinking of buying this or the Pro version. Here's also a quick look at their comparison to the Apple TV and Roku as far as what features each has. Really, the only app I wish I could get on this device that I don't see available is the Fire TV app, so I can watch shows from the Fire TV recast. So far, I like what I see. So what do you think? Is the Nvidia Shield TV worth it to you, or will you be getting something else? So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from Fishbee Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.